has been discussed in whispers for years. And additional details are now becoming available because of Rodney Lil Rod Jones's lawsuit.
And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
Jones, a former Diddy producer, made some shocking revelations in his lawsuit earlier this year. He alleges that Diddy concealed cameras around his houses, recording every moment of these crazy events without anyone's knowledge or approval. Diddy controlled not just his commercial empire, but also some of the most influential individuals in Hollywood, according to the complaint, by using this tape as leverage over some of his closest allies. It seems like Diddy is not beyond using that blackmail to attempt to get out of prison now that he is incarcerated. T.D. Jakes is one name that often comes up in these conversations. Why is the government unwilling to accept his surrender?
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest the guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
Right now, T.D. Jakes' public persona is as spotless as they come. He is well known for his humor and inspirational talks. However, behind-the-scenes gossip about his connections to Diddy and his notorious parties has been circulating for years. Jakes has always maintained his composure and dismissed any implication that he was engaged in any illicit activities. However, given that Diddy faces a life sentence in prison, it seems that the truth may ultimately surface, perhaps ruining Jakes' career. In this complaint, he claims that basically Diddy was the rap industry's Epstein. What is the situation between Diddy and Jakes, then? According to sources, Diddy recently invited Jakes to see him in jail, where they had a private meeting without the presence of witnesses. It's still unclear what Diddy is wearing at this meeting, but there are whispers that it has to do with something that was taken during one of those infamous parties. Now, Jakes seems to be in a panic right now, frantically working behind the scenes to find out how to get Diddy out of jail or at the very least, get him bail, because if he doesn't, the game is over. That isn't the problem. The problem is that he appears to be trying to impose his control and power over those who aren't truly interested in it. It's no secret that Diddy is a brilliant manipulator, but this latest development in his story is bringing things to a whole new level. The stakes are quite high for Jakes, as seen by the fact that he is reportedly utilizing his ties with economic and political leaders to exert pressure on individuals such as Steve. In addition to having his career destroyed, he might face severe legal repercussions that could put him in jail for the rest of his life if he fails to deliver on Diddy's promise. This is a nightmare for someone who has put so much effort into creating a tidy, morally upright image.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
That's not the issue. The issue is it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
Now that Diddy's alleged freak-off parties are at the heart of all these charges, let's examine them in more detail. These were not your average Hollywood get-togethers. With an elite guest list that included some of the greatest personalities in politics, entertainment, and sports, they were well known for being very secretive. Jones's complaint claims that Diddy used non-disclosure agreements and even concealed cameras to capture the most intimate moments in order to make sure that what transpired at these events remained confidential. The complaint depicts a control-obsessed guy who uses these records to discipline his visitors. Even while it's still unclear exactly what happened at these gatherings, the rumor that Diddy possesses video purportedly featuring Steve Harvey is upsetting the entertainment industry.
And I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but like, I felt like I was in the presence of his mom.
According to reports, Jake is not the only one involved in this disaster. There are rumors that Diddy is also in control of other well-known people, and some insiders claim he has access to evidence that could bring down some of the greatest names in the business. Diddy's strength is shown by the length of time he has been able to keep this a secret. All of those secrets are beginning to come to light now that he is incarcerated, however, and it is becoming evident that nobody in his closest circle is safe.
Now, if the government is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being, they have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
What precisely does Diddy have on Jakes, though? That is the crucial question. There are many theories about what may be on the recordings, even if the contents have not yet been made public. According to some, it has to do with Jake's actions at one of Diddy's parties. It may be sufficient to totally ruin Jake's if Diddy has any video that links him to any illicit activities. All of this occurs at a time when Jake's public persona is more crucial than ever. Steve Harvey's reputation as an approachable, down-to-earth man has helped him amass a multi-million-dollar business over the years. But he's become a household name in America thanks to his talk show, radio program, and book agreements, and he's taken care to maintain a clean image. However, it might destroy the trust he